Hello guys, welcome back. Today in this video we'll be discussing about the group of nerve fibers which are called as plexus. Let me tell you, there are mainly three types of plexus: the brachial plexus, the cervical plexus, and lumbar plexus or lumbosacral plexus. Today in this video we will be studying about the brachial plexus. Let me first tell you what is the meaning of plexus. Plexus means branches of nerve fibers, or you can say that some nerve fibers are coming like this, and at this part they usually reunite. This is called as the plexus. Let me tell you first of all that brachial plexus is only formed by the ventral roots or ventral branches of the spinal cord. Means, suppose this is the spinal cord, this is the dorsal, this is dorsal nerve root ganglion, this is the ventral. So the whole brachial plexus will be formed by the different segments of the spinal cord, but only involving the ventral root. As you all know that there are C7, TH12, L5, S5, CO4. This is the vertebral column formula, but the twisting thing here is that the spinal nerve formula is C8, TH12, L5, S5, CO4. Sorry, this became carboxyl. This is CO4. Cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, and coccygeal. Why this is C8? This is because in between the foramen magnum and atlas, you can say there lies, or you can say the first C1 cervical vertebra and the foramen magnum. Please ignore the background sounds. There lies the C1 spinal nerve, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7 and C8. So C8 will be in between somewhere C7 and T1. Now let's come towards the brachial plexus. As I have told you that brachial plexus is only formed by the ventral roots of the spinal cord. So in terms we can say that brachial plexus is formed mainly by the C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. The upper cervical sections of the spinal cord results in the formation of the cervical plexus. Now let me make here C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. First of all, it comes the root. So the ventral root of C5, the ventral root of C6, the ventral root of C7, the ventral root of C8 spinal segment and ventral root of the T1. They unite together. The C1, the C5 and C6 unite together, and after the root they forms the trunk. C7 is not united, C7 is independent. This unites and this results in the formation of these are the trunks. This also unites, this also results in the formation of trunk. Now these portions, the trunk divides and results in the formation of the division. This is the division. These are roots, these are trunks, these are divisions. So the divisions are mainly of two types: the dorsal and the ventral. Dorsal, ventral, dorsal, ventral, dorsal, ventral. Now the final thing which comes is that the cords. The divisions, mainly the dorsal and dorsal divisions of the three trunks which are formed. dorsal of this, and dorsal of this. This is called as the posterior cord. Now the posterior cord results in the formation of 5 nerves. You might be knowing that ulnar nerve, which provides this innervation to this area. We can remember that with this mnemonic ULNAR, ulnar. The first one is the upper subscapularis. This is lower subscapularis. This is the nerve to latissimus dorsi. Latissimus dorsi. This is the axillary nerve, and this is the radial nerve. Guys, no need to remember about what are the roots, trunks and divisions. Mainly what the question comes is that which of the following nerves are present in the posterior cord, or posterior cord comprises of which nerves. One of the main thing which you have to remember is that all the ventral roots form the brachial plexus. Means from the spinal cord, these nerve roots will form the plexuses. Now coming on to the ventral. The ventral and ventral division of the C5, C6 and C7 results in the formation of the lateral cord. Now this lateral cord will result in the formation of, in India there was a scooter company called as LML. You can remember that this by LML, a scooter company. This is the lateral pectoral nerve. Musculocutaneous nerve. Lateral root of median nerve. Lateral root of median nerve. Now finally coming, this is one of the most powerful, you can say, ventral division. This forms the nerves independently, called as the medial cord. This again forms the 5 nerves, you can say. The 3 M are in love with each other, and the 4th M is love with you. So how we can remember this? The 3 M are in love with each other, and the 4th M is in love with you. Now this is the medial pectoral nerve. This is medial root of median nerve. This is medial cutaneous nerve of arm. This is medial cutaneous nerve of forearm, and this is the ulnar nerve. So in case someone asks you that the dorsal divisions are formed by which type of nerve sections, you can say C5, C6, C7, C8. So if somebody asks you that the origin of upper subscapularis nerve is, what is the, or you can say what is the origin of upper subscapularis nerve, or from which divisions or which sections or which segments of the spinal cord the upper subscapularis nerve arises, you can say that from the ventral horns of C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1, because the dorsal divisions of all these will form this. Let me tell you, in the books I have just made it simple. In books it is, the diagrams will be like just like this, so it sometimes become difficult to understand. The whole matter you need to understand is this. So guys, this was the little information about brachial plexus. Hope you all liked it. Thank you so much for your time.